2 John verse 7. For many deceivers have gone out into the world, those who do not acknowledge Jesus Christ as coming in the flesh. This is the deceiver and the Antichrist. Has John lost his train of thought? Just in the previous verse, he talked about Jesus' command for us to love one another. And now he abruptly goes into talking about the Antichrist, who denies that Jesus has come in the flesh. Is there a connection? Yes, I believe there is. Jesus' command is that we love one another, and he himself modeled that love in humbling himself by becoming a man, in sacrificing himself on the cross, offering himself for our sin, in putting the needs of others above his own by redeeming us with his own blood. But what if Jesus never existed in the first place? What if it's all just a myth, a concept, an idea? Then the whole basis for and the model for love vanishes away like the morning dew. Apparently, the reality of the existence of Jesus, questioning and denying his existence, was taking place early on, even during the days of John. Here's how I think it might have happened. Christians are taking the good news of the gospel beyond the confines of Galilee and Judea. They're going now into Asia and Europe and telling people about Jesus. Some people embrace Jesus enthusiastically, but a good many others might have said, "But I've never seen this Jesus. I never saw him heal anyone. I never saw him stop a storm or raise anybody from the dead. I think it's all just a story." Well, I can sort of, understand that mentality. But what's harder to grasp is that there are people today, and have been since the time of John, who say that it's not really necessary for Jesus to have been a real person in order for you to be a Christian. We can be a Christian by following the idea of Jesus. In fact, it's inconceivable that God would become a human being. If ever such a person as Jesus existed in the first place, he wasn't divine. He was just an ordinary guy who told us to be nice to one another. And that's all that Christianity is about anyway. Be nice to one another. Nonsense like that. That person is a deceiver and is against Christ. Put simply, if you're going to love like Jesus, then there has to have been a real Jesus. Stay on your toes, Christian.